Hey guys, welcome back to the Interceptor. We are here with War 7 of Season 44, and we have another Stealthy War because, of course, he's just insane, and no one bans him. Honestly, I don't understand why, because I would consider him better than even champions like Titania, Silk, Cassie, like all of the best science champions in the game. I think he's probably better than them for this season. But anyways, so we have matched up against HCAR in this war, and I actually am going to fight the defenders of people that I know. We're starting out with some science boosts. I think I end up putting on... No, wait, I think I don't... Yeah, okay. We don't end up going for skill boosts in this war. But something I should mention, this Manthing here can very easily be taken out by Spider-Man, and honestly, probably faster than Silk can do it. I'm fairly certain faster than Silk can, but yeah. What am I doing here? I'm buying my potions. Let me just skip through this. I didn't realize this was part of the recording. Okay, I'm throwing on a combat regen boost. I should have just used Stealthy. It would have been so easy. It would have been like literally half the time as Silk takes in this fight. But on paper, Silk's a little safer, I guess. This is also only a rank 4 man thing, but even a rank about 5 man thing. In the future, I would probably just use Stealthy, and you don't even need to knock down, like, other than the first time in this fight. Although, yeah, no, never mind. Because you do that with the SP1 anyways. With Stealthy, you don't want to get your precision because crits don't do extra damage against Man-Things, so you only have to get your Fury. But I guess you do have to knock down at the beginning of the fight. Anyways, so whatever. So we just go for our SP2 because the burst damage actually occurs after the knockdown. So you do actually not lose out on any of your... any of that damage. But one thing that you do, what that does happen is that you lose out on all of the extra damage from your SP2 from the physical vulnerabilities, because those are removed by the knockdown before the damage occurs, unfortunately, and that is going to happen sometimes. Sometimes when the postule gets nullified, he is going to go unstoppable. However, here I am actually able to get 2 Furies for this SP2, so it does hit a little bit harder. But yeah, it's still a very safe fight because even when you do get nullified, you actually... what am I thinking? You actually get healing, because here I don't have any debuffs up, but if I had any debuffs up, I would have been healing from the poison and the armor break. So here I just need to get back to another SP2, throw it. This one's overkill, but this Man-Thing is going to go down. Again, like I said, Stealthy could have done it way faster, I'm not too sure why I use Silk, but whatever. And here, this is another fight I could have just used Stealthy for, this Mantis, but Hulkling is a little bit safer. So I'm going to start with an SP1 boost, and the goal is to throw my SP2 before she has a chance to throw her SP2. And this is actually Superman's Mantis, and I believe it was a rank 2 Mantis, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, we're going to be utilizing our buffs here to get as much power gain as we can. We are 1 away, so we're going to charge a heavy attack, use a light attack to make our block, and then go in for an SP2 here, which does pretty decent damage. However, I am not running the cosmic power back boosts because I didn't really need them for either of my Hulkling fights this war. So here, Mantis is going to throw off her SP2, and all I need to do is throw off a heavy attack here to knock down. She's going to dex the first hit, but she doesn't dex the second hit. And then here I just throw the SP2 into the block so that I go in unblockable after the second hit, or on the second hit rather. or no, sorry, my first hit makes me go unstoppable, and then the rest of my special connects. So we're going to path 5, section 2 here, and I make a mistake here. On this Scorpion, I actually end up using Silk. I don't know why. I think I was just confused. Stealthy is way better for this fight, to be clear. Way better. And he would have been faster. Not that Silk is slow. Silk is still pretty fast for this fight. But here I get my intercept. I'm going to go for another intercept. And I have a lot of physical vulnerabilities for my first SP2 here. And it does really good damage. But, yeah, there we go. But I still should have used Stealthy. It was a little bit safer. It was a better matchup on paper. So here I'm going to go for an intercept. I'm actually going to get hit. So here I'm going to go for my intercepts and throw my SP3 to kill off the fight. One little mistake there. That's just going to cost me a potion. Because the next fight, Kindred, I am taking with Silk as well. In fact, in this war, I think I take more fights with Silk than I do with Stealthy. But it's okay. Have I even used Stealthy yet? I don't think so. But I definitely use him for at least 2 fights I can think of. But here we are with Kindred healing up. This is a rank 5 ascended Kindred on the intercept node. And this is going to be a very easy fight for Silk. This is a pretty bad node for him. I don't understand why he's here. Stealthy would have also ruined this fight. But again, Silk was a little bit better of a matchup. And yeah, we're just trying to get our parries there. I just missed a parry. Straight up, just missed a parry. And then here, I believe, yeah. So right there, I went for my my heavy attack into the special, and he was actually stunning him, and I didn't notice. But it's fine because he didn't like nothing bad happened. But here, I got my intercept, so I'm trying to throw off my SP2, and here I'm going to throw it off, and it is actually going to land just before the protection comes back, which is really nice. And now I bait another SP2, about to go into Outbreak, but I have enough debuffs that it's not going to really do much damage to me. And yeah, we're completely shutting out off the damage, and he's going to go down right here. I think I'm just going to go for... No, I'm not going to go for an SP2. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here then. Bait another SP2. Yeah, this fight would have been way better with Stealth Spider-Man, but that's okay. Bait another SP2. Heavy attack. And then an SP3. Okay, so when you throw an SP3 to remove the root, it can't kill him. It'll just always leave him at 1%, and then you need to bait out a heavy because he'll be stun immune, and kill him after that. But it's not the worst way to do it. It's a decent way to fight Kindred, is to save an SP3. So that fight does go down decently well. Now we have a fight that I think actually goes very well. We have this Sassy. This is a rank 2 Sassy with Stealth Spidey. This fight is... he's a beefy boy. 465k health. We're going to put our slow pre-fight on, and we're going to do the exact same cycle that I do in all Stealth Spidey fights if I can. I think I'm going to throw in an invul in here. Yep, I am. We're going to go light, medium, light, medium into an SP1. That is going to get up both our Furies and our precision right off the start of the fight. And it is actually going to permanently remove the ebb and flow knockdown, which is amazing. So I am going to lose my slow counter, or my evade counter here. I'm going to lose my slow. But there I've removed my dex, being careful. I was waiting to see if he would go unstoppable, and I was going to dash back if he was going to. He did not. But now that we have the slow up, we just have to make sure to keep that up during the fight. So when it gets low, I'm going to be ending a combo with a light. So on my next one, I will be. But he doesn't actually hit me. So here, I get a combo, and I am going to end with a light. Try to push to SP2 right before Wrath triggers. And unfortunately, he does go into Wrath before, so he keeps an extra bar of power. But there, I use my Striker to push to SP2. And the timing of the stun of the Striker is a lot more precise than on something like your Wags pre-fight, because on your Wag stun it is longer, but if you do it fast enough, you do have time to dash back, pause your passives, and dash back in safely. It's just a smaller amount of time. This fight doesn't go perfectly. This is the only fight I would say is quote-unquote a bad fight, but because it's the matchup of Hulkling versus Shuri, it still goes well. So I know Shuri's dupe ability. I know that part of it allows her to block special attacks that are unblockable, but my big dumb brain is going to forget that in the moment where it most matters. And I'm just gonna, yeah, you'll see. I only make the mistake once, but it's a stupid mistake still. Because what I should have done is I should have used a combo or a hit into the block to go unblockable, and then also this is weird. I dex the first hit and the second hit is unblockable. That made no sense to me. But yeah, what I should have done is hit into her block to go unblockable, and then hit her again and chained it in from a combo. But instead, I mean, my SP2 is doing great damage into the block, but again, it's into the block, so it's not that much damage. And here, because I still have the Fury up, I'm going to go for another SP2, dash back. Unfortunately, I was holding block, but she, for some reason, still threw the SP2. We're going to throw our Striker, which gets the end of route, and we get intercepted. But she goes down, and you know what? That's my last Hulkling fight. It went terribly, but the fight's over, and we can go to the boss island where I have 2 fights, and this Mangog fight is amazing. It's such a good fight. It's such a beautiful fight. I have both of these fights on the right. They're both mine, but this Mangog fight, oh my god. It is a thing of beauty. And then the Mysterio fight's a little bit sloppy. But it's not my fault. I don't get hit. You'll see what happens. Anyways, we have this Mangog. And the node is not the best node for Mangog, but I understand the placement because it does force a hard counter. But the thing is that when you put a hard counter into this fight, it counters Mangog like completely. So I throw in an invuln boost. I guess that's kind of for safety, but if the fight goes the way you want it to, that doesn't do anything, and the invuln boost is not going to get used up in this fight. In fact, I'm not even going to let Mangog throw a single special attack, because if you don't know the way that Mangog's natural power gain works, it gets him to 2 bars of power, and then it stops. And after it stops, now you just have a defender gaining less combat power rate than normal. Because in his base kit, he lowers combat power rate, and the way that he makes up for that is gaining power. But when that power gain stops, when he gets to 2 bars, then between 2 and 3 bars, all he is a defender that gains less power. So you're actually able to get to your SP3 before he gets to his. And what I'm going to do is, with my science power back boost, I'm actually going to chain this by doing medium, light, medium, 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 light, 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 heavy into Striker, medium, light, 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 heavy into SP2, and I just kill him. And that fight just went great. And I wish you could have seen the burst damage on that SP2, because with that many debuffs and that many Furies, it does some serious damage. But anyways, here we are. This is a rank 2 7-star Mysterio. I took this fight earlier in the season. This one, however, I play better than I do the other time, but I get a worse result due to bad AI. Mysterio is just really bad in this fight in the sense that he doesn't want to throw SP2. So I lose a total of 50% in this fight from brute force damage alone. Just from brute force damage. Nothing else. 50% of my health. It's kind of crazy, but here I push to SP2, trying to bait the SP2. He's not going to throw it, and this is the start of my degen damage. And I'm already in a really bad situation there. He finally throws it. I am degenning. I have to get the dex off myself and wait to see if an unstoppable triggers. And at this point, I'm in a really bad spot. There, he does trigger it. And oh, I actually do. I forgot that. I didn't know I ate a heavy attack in this fight. But now we get our miss back up. Or actually not yet, because I'm trying to bait heavies to push to SP2. And then get my miss up. Yeah, so we're going to put our miss up right here. Or our slow up, rather, not our miss. Our miss counter is a better way to put it. And then here we are going to chain this into a striker, and he does go down. But we lost 50% to brute force in that fight. And the only hit I took was the heavy, which actually healed me from the poison. And the war's over. But yeah, just terrible, terrible AI in that last fight. And I know that it is sort of a valid strategy to bait SP1s against Mysterio, but when you have good AI that actually throws special attacks, it is actually optimal to push to SP2 for the healing and the fact that you only have to bait one special attack instead of two. But yeah, that's the end of my war. I had what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fights, so it was a pretty decent war. Although next war I have 9 fights because I take a boss as well. So we actually did win this war. We had our best war of the season. We won with a score of 9 deaths to 4. 4 deaths is by far our best this season. I think we've had one other war that was 5 or 6, but this is definitely number 1. So that puts us to 4-3 on the season. Here, let me just leave it on this screen because it's weird when it's on like the recording screen. 4-3 on the season. I still have just the 1 death. My PSR is 50 out of 51. I actually forgot to calculate what that percentage was. What is it? It's 98%. Okay, 98%. There you go. Which is the same as it was last war. It didn't go up yet. It will go up to 99% if I don't die this season again. But that'll probably be around like war 10 or 11 when it goes up to 99. But my deathless streak is up to 44 fights in a row, which is pretty good. That's my longest deathless streak in probably like 3 seasons because I've had some really bad seasons recently. And yeah, that's it for the video. Next video is going to be a great one as well. This one was better than last one, but there was still that one sloppy fight against Shuri, and then the fight where I lost a ton of health at the end, but that wasn't really my fault. So yeah, that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.